Imagine surviving not one, not two, but 19 assassination attempts. Now imagine doing that before the age of 36. This is not a Hollywood movie. This is the true story of Ibrahim Traoré, the youngest president in the world, and the man they've tried to silence 19 times. But he refuses to die. Burkina Faso, a country often overlooked in global headlines, is now the stage for one of the most daring political dramas of the 21st century. A young, fearless leader standing up to corruption, foreign control, and terrorism, and paying the price again and again. But who really is Ibrahim Traoré? Why do so many want him dead? And how has he survived what seems impossible? The rise of a revolutionary. Born in 1988 in the dusty village of Bondakwi, Ibrahim Traoré was never groomed for power. He wasn't the son of a general. He wasn't backed by the elites. He was just a kid who believed in justice, and who joined the military to serve his people. But by 2022, things had fallen apart in Burkina Faso. Terrorist groups controlled large parts of the country. Civilians were dying, and the government, accused of being corrupt, weak, and worse, puppets to foreign interests. Traoré, by now a captain in the army, had had enough. We are not against anyone. We are against injustice, betrayal, and the suffering of our people. And just like that, history shifted. In September 2022, he led a coup. At just 34 years old, he became the head of state, the youngest in the world. Some cheered, some panicked, but all eyes turned to this unknown captain with fire in his eyes. Here's where things get dark. When you take on terrorists, oligarchs, and powerful nations, all at once, you make enemies, big ones. In just over a year in power, Ibrahim Traoré has survived 19 assassination attempts. They've tried to shoot him. They've tried to blow him up. They've even tried to poison him. But every single time, he's walked out alive. His people say he has God on his side. Others whisper about luck or fate. But Traoré, he just keeps going. Enemies within and without. Let's be real, Traoré didn't just annoy terrorists. He kicked out French troops. He questioned international mining deals. He challenged the status quo of foreign control over African resources. And when he called for a new African alliance, one where Africans control Africa, some saw hope, others saw danger, because change always comes at a cost. Even within his own military, there were whispers of betrayal, old loyalties, big money. Too many stood to lose from his mission. But Traoré, he tightened his circle, kept his boots on the ground, and stayed focused on his goal. So who is he really? Beyond the military uniform and fiery speeches, Traoré is a father, a husband, a man who often sleeps just 4 hours a night. Those close to him say he's quiet, even shy. But when the time comes, he steps up, with courage that makes grown men tremble. He doesn't ride in luxury convoys. He eats with soldiers. He walks with villagers. He says, a leader must be ready to die with his people, but never to live above them. What comes next? Can he survive a 20th attempt? A 21st? Nobody knows. But one thing is clear. Ibrahim Traoré is more than just a president. He is a symbol, a storm in boots, a man who, despite everything, still walks among his people with no fear. In a world where most leaders hide behind power and protection, he walks boldly into danger. Because some men are not afraid to die. They're afraid of letting their people down. If this story moved you, share it. The world needs to know what's happening in Burkina Faso. Subscribe for more stories they won't tell you on the news. Because history isn't always made in palaces. Sometimes it's made on dusty roads by men who refuse to die.